Hey Pisces, hey y'all. Thank you for checking out my channel for the Love of Water Tarot. It's your girl Chianti, and I'm going to bring us a general read. I'm going to do two reads for us today, but this read in particular will just be more of a read designed to be about general messages and advice for us personally. Maybe not so much focused on love and other outside influences. Of course, that may come up in the read, but I wanted to do two because I wanted to do something just for us. So this read in particular will be just particularly to speak directly to the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as Pisces cross watchers. Again, if you run across this video because you're cross watching for a Pisces, this entire read may resonate from your perspective, and that's okay. All right. You guys know the rules. It's general. So everything I say don't resonate for every last one of you guys, nor should it. Okay. If it does not resonate, that is okay. Please keep what resonates for you and release what doesn't. If I get it right for you guys, take care of your girl with the like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you guys are interested in booking me for a private read, I am offering private readings. Please email me at fortheloveofwatertarot@gmail.com. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into it. Spirit, three messages for Pisces. What's going on with us, Spirit? What's going on for Pisces? The Three of Pentacles. Okay. So Pisces, right now, your main focus right now is working on building partnerships and collaborations. This feels like very much foundation building with the Ace of Wands. Yes. Pisces, it feels like right now you are in the energy and you are focusing on foundation building. It's collaborative though. And the Ace of Wands is definitely making me feel like spark, new action, right? New adventure. Very much so. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Pisces, what I'm picking up on for us right now is that if I'm speaking to you, if it resonates for you, it feels like right now you are very much focused on positive foundation building, right? What's crossing that is the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like, Pisces, you have these decisions and choices and options that you need to make. There's definitely things that you are dealing with that you are having to weigh the pros and cons out about, right? This is very much dealing with your foundation, your future, your collaborations, your partnerships, who you partnership, what you partnership in, what are you building, what are you working on. The Three of Swords makes me feel like under here that it's very much more than yourself that's involved, right? It's definitely like, it feels very much community building, like the community and the foundation that you build for yourself as far as that and the stability of that. The Three of Swords makes me feel like under here that there's definitely difficult decisions that you are facing because you could definitely be recovering, right? This could be you recovering from heartbreaking experiences. I'm also picking up difficult decisions involving of who stays and who goes, what stays and what goes, right? Yes, I do know that I feel like this Three of Swords definitely is like some decisions that you have to make with a heavy heart, choices that you have to decide with a heavy heart. It could also be disappointment in people that you were partnering with or building a foundation with, right? But there is definitely an energy of you focusing on new beginnings and having some, I don't want to say difficult, but yes, difficult decisions, right? Yes, difficult decisions that you're having to make in the near future. Okay, give me more for Pisces. Give me more, Spirit. Pisces, what you really want is this Ace of Cups right here. This is what you want. This is what you know, the Ace of Cups is a fresh feeling. This is new love, returning love. This is the feel good. Pisces, I think this feels very much like emotionally, like refreshing and emotionally and cleansing energy. The Ace of Cups is like you just want some new opportunities here, right? Now look, this, you know, the Ace of Cups could be new love, returning love, but I don't feel like this is all about love. I definitely feel like it is about love. I feel like you want to feel this way, but I also feel like you want to invest and start partnering in energies that does feel refreshing, right? Yeah, the Five of Swords is under here, and I feel like this is what you've been dealing with, right? There's been a lot of, I don't want to say it like that, but the Five of Swords feels very competitive, very jealous, very tit for tat. It's like, Pisces, I feel like there's a lot of energy that what you're dealing with right now is I feel like you're totally focused on wanting to cooperate with energies to partner with cooperating energies, right? And I feel like this Five of Swords is here in the past because it feels like you want to deal with new energy, more cooperative energy, right? Yep. Yep, because Pisces, now this is going to be, there's two ways that I'm picking up on this energy, Pisces. I feel like there could definitely be an energy for you with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Some of you could definitely be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sag. Pisces, this feeling is either caused by a Queen of Wands or it's how you're currently feeling. And let me explain. I feel like some of you, there is like this energy of very much ready to, like, again, partner with collaborating energies, collab with energies that want to collab. The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands here could definitely be you feeling like you being driven. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. You may feel like you always had to be the one to push things forward, right? Like you're tired of having to be the one to push things forward, right? You're tired of being in battle. Yes, Pisces, you may definitely be feeling underneath the surface, like with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands, you are tired of struggling, right? And I mean like struggling with dealing with energies that you should be collabing with, right? Yes, struggle love. However this goes, Pisces, it feels like an energy of being very weary of struggle love, right? I always got to be the one to start something. I always got to be the one to motivate. I always got to be the one to push this battle. Like you could feel like you're definitely always fighting uphill, like uphill battles, right? You could be tired of feeling like you're always the one doing that. Or Pisces, there's something about a Queen of Wands here with the Nine of Wands where there's just an energy where like it feels like an exhaustion dealing with a certain type of energy here. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to strike it 4 times. Like for real, I feel like there could definitely be something about being absolutely exhausted, about having to push, like getting cooperation from a certain type of energy. Could be a fire sign. If I'll put it where it goes. Give me some more spirit. Yeah, Pisces. In the past, you've been disappointed. Yep. Pisces, in the past, you were very disappointed in things. And I do feel like it feels like disappointment in others, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is here. Pisces, this is feeling a disappointment with energies that you collabed with, right? That you wanted to, that you worked on building a foundation with. I feel like you feel like with the Three of Pentacles, you have been very open and willing to work with building some things, with collabing with some things, right? I feel like you've gotten disappointment in it in the past. I see the Six of Swords. I feel like in the past you decided that it was time to move on from energies where you feel like it's such a struggle, it's such a battle. However it is, like if it, whatever, because I'm hearing love is a battlefield, and whatever battlefield you were playing on in terms of love, because it was all about love, right? I feel like you made a decision because what you want is this Ace of Cups. Right, your soul is craving new emotion, and I do feel like you want to be emotion. You want to feel a better. You want an emotional attachment to feel better about things, the things that you put your energy into, the partnerships that you invest in. Right, in the recent past, you definitely decided that you were disappointed and that you were ready to move on. That it's time to move on. In the future. 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Pisces, I feel like in the near future with the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, I feel like in the near future, I'm getting the energy of you being very careful. The 4 of Pentacles is a miser energy, but the 4 of Pentacles is also an energy of, I don't want to say it, but like being kind of selfish and stingy and stubborn. I feel like this is how you're feeling about your time and your energy, right? Pisces, I feel like this 4 of Pentacles is about you holding the things that are very near and dear and close to you tightly. But I also feel like this is also about you holding back some, right? Because I feel like this is something about you not giving as much. In the 10 of Wands, it feels like giving a F, to be honest, because the nine of Wands is what's going on underneath for you. The 10 of Wands is, I definitely feel like this is you holding back, you deciding to hold back some, right? Because of this battle. right? Because you're weary of a battle. And the Ten of Wands is telling me that you're kind of letting some things go, right? So Pisces, I feel like in the near future, you're holding back and you're deciding. There's something about a decision that you're making that you're not going to carry the weight, right? Yes, I feel like there's an energy of you holding back because you don't, with the Ten of Wands, you don't want to carry all the weight, right? You don't want to be the one to have to make all of the difficult decisions. You don't want to always end up being the one that has to hurt. You don't want to always be the one that has to experience a little pain. And it feels definitely like in the partnerships and the collaborations that you've been in, right? You want something new and fresh because you have been disappointed in the past, and in the near future, you're deciding that it's best to hold some things back. It's best to hold back, to be a little stubborn and to be a little selfish about yourself and not carry the weight. And I also feel like in the near future, if you come into this energy, the Four of Pentacles energy, if you come across stubborn energy, selfish energy in the near future with the Ten of Wands, you're not gonna hesitate to drop that burden. Let me get some advice for Pisces. What's your advice? This one wanted to flip too. The Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Pisces, I do feel like there's a change. There's a change in destiny, fate, and fortune for you. I feel like this. Your advice is telling you to allow that to happen. I do feel like this has everything to do with the Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with the fire sign or earth sign, but I feel like this is about loyalty. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but the Knight of Pentacles is loyal. It's dedicated, right? It's trustworthy, and I do feel like there's a change, right? I feel like you are ready. You are experiencing. You're like pushing a change, and destiny, fate, and fortune has everything to do with what you're loyal to. Yep, the Hangman. See, Pisces, this is something about. I feel like this is about you being at this stage of enlightenment with the Hangman. I feel like there's something about you finally sitting, because the Hangman is sitting. I don't want to say it's stuck, but it's like. It's finally like you sitting in something long enough to finally get the enlightenment that is needed, because I do feel like there's a lot of stuff that you're getting ready to release, transform, let go, heal from. And there is something about the Wheel of Fortune. Change, destined and fated changes here. Yep, the Eight of Wands. Before you get ready to do that, give me some outside influences. The King of Swords. Now, I asked about an outside influence, and I have a King of Swords here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You put this King of Swords where he goes in whatever I'm telling you, okay? But the King of Swords could definitely be someone very cold, very calculated, right? The King of Swords could be someone that is non-emotional, right? The Six of Swords, see? And there's something here about the... Now, listen, Pisces, for some of you, I'm going to tell you something. For some of you, this could be an external source that is headed towards you. This King of Swords with the Six of Swords. Or there's an energy where this external source with the King of Swords and the Six of Swords, there's something about you deciding that you needed to, Six of Swords, to move away from. Right, Pisces, you may be deciding that energies that are cold, calculated, right? Energies that are, this King of Swords just feels very... I don't know. The King of Swords just feels like an external source where you feel like it may be devoid of emotions, right? All logical, or very manipulative, or very cold, right? Or very matter of fact, right? But this King of Swords, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and the Six of Swords, whether this is you moving away from this or someone coming towards you, this is the external source that's affecting what we're speaking about. Let me get some for your hopes and fears. What's the hopes and fears for Pisces? What's our hopes and fears in this situation? The Page of Cups. Now, this could be dealing with children for some of us. But Pisces, I do feel like the Page of Cups that's being attached to our hopes has everything to do with the Ace of Cups. I feel like this Page of Cups, as far as a hope, could definitely be the hopes that you could feel this again, right? The baby steps, Page of Cups to the Ace of Cups, right? The page is kind of like this first drip, right? It feels like very much the first drip of an overflowing cup, right? So Pisces, some of you just, it's a feeling. It's something about you're hoping to feel different, right? You're hoping to feel something new, something better, something that feels that feels aligned to your heart space. And not feel this, the Ten of Wands, not feel some heavy burdens right? Not to feel wounded and that you're carrying a lot of heavy burdens on your own, right? Or that you're carrying a weight for a bunch of ish. Some of you, this has everything to do with children, and there could be something about a child's parent here or a child, period. Some of you may have some fears about a child, right? So something that it could be something that you're hoping that goes well all about a child here, right? And it may be something where with the Four of Pentacles, you don't have any choice but to kind of hold back. Because if it's dealing with something dealing with a child, it could be a situation where you kind of have to, you don't have any choice but to kind of let go a little bit, right? I don't know. I'm picking up something with children, maybe child's father. It could even be adult children or something. Put it where it goes, Pisces. It's not going to be for all of you, okay? Let me get some for the outcome. Pisces, I do feel like with our advice being the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like our advice is to allow things to evolve. The Wheel of Fortune is all about evolution, right? And the Knight of Pentacles is long-term, slow-moving energy. And I do feel like there's been some sort of slow-moving energy, a slow-moving evolution that's happening. I feel like our advice is to allow this to happen. I also feel like the Wheel of Fortune is changing in our favor. I do feel like there is loyalty and reliability and trustworthiness that's coming back around to us. And our advice may be to allow it, right? Allow, right? Allow these destined and fated changes that's coming here. Temperance. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. This is patience and divine timing here. I do feel like the outcome, if we follow the advice, is something about divine timing kicking in. For some of us, this is about a reunion. I'm just going to be honest with you, for sure. And if it's about a reunion, it's definitely a situation where there's someone with the Three of Swords being under the Three of Pentacles. It could definitely be about you having to make a decision when you accept someone back who may have backstabbed or betrayed you or disappointed you in some sort of way, because I see the disappointment in the past. If this is about a reconciliation with someone, fire sign in particular, but doesn't have to be. I got fire, earth, air, and water here. If this is about a reconciliation with someone, there's that page. Could definitely be dealing with children. If this is about reconciliation with someone, I do feel like this is someone who you definitely were very driven and motivated. You tried to be very driven. You tried to motivate someone. I feel like with the nine of wands that you were definitely fighting a battle. It was a battle, right? You may have felt like this is a situation where if you didn't put in all the work, nothing happened, right? I do feel like for some of you, this is about a reconciliation. This is someone who let you down, for sure. And I do feel like for some of you, they definitely let you down. There was heartbreak and disappointment. There could have even been third-party situation in the past. And I feel like that's why in the near future with the Four of Pentacles, you're going to hold back some, right? You're not going to be so giving. You're not going to allow yourself to be overweighted and weighed down with someone else's shit, right? Because I do feel like you kind of let the burden of that go. And this could definitely be someone wanting to come back and reconcile, right? It's definitely someone that you're familiar with. It could definitely be someone that you've had a history with, right? And there could definitely be something about this advice about letting the Wheel of Fortune take its course, letting the divine take its course, and proving something about loyalty and dedication, right? And reliability and trustworthiness. If this is someone coming back, that's why this external source could be someone that was very cold and calculated before, right? This could definitely be an apology. And Pisces, if this isn't about apology and the reunion and the reconciliation, you're hoping that it's sincere. You're hoping that it's genuine. You are hoping that, right? That's why your hopes and fears is the Page of Cups, right? The outcome is temperance, patience, and divine timing. And I do feel like this will be something that you will take your time with, right? This is not an energy that you're going to rush. You are going to allow something to happen slowly to see if it's worth allowing this healing and this reconciliation. For some of you, this is just all about you, right? And temperance is all about patience and divine time. And this is also about you having to heal, because again, I feel like there's been disappointment in the past. You may have had to heal that, right? You may have had to heal from that, right? But this is also about you tempering yourself, right? Balancing yourself. Temperance is a card of balance. It's also a card of spiritual guidance and assistance, right? Divine healing coming into you. So Pisces, I do feel like everything that it is that you are wanting to manifest, this Ace of Cups that you are desiring here, I do feel like you'll be getting it in divine time. And I do feel like it all stems from with the Four of Pentacles, which you kind of holding back, not giving everything up so quickly, holding back. Also, like I said, you maybe have to be a little bit selfish and guard your heart and be a little protective of yourself. It's definitely an energy of preserving what you have for yourself and not taking on the burdens of others. Okay, baby sharks, I love you guys. If I get it right for you guys, give me the like, comment, subscribe, share. If you're interested in booking me, please email me at fortheloveofwatertarot@gmail.com. You guys stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay high vibing, and I will have another read with the oracle cards, and we'll get into more about love and other things that's coming towards us and what we need to know. But I feel like I wanted to make something directly to us, to speak to us like soul food, something that could help our soul progression. Okay, baby sharks, I love you guys. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay high vibing, and stay safe. I have messages for us again. Bye-bye.